Welcome to our chair yoga practice. Wonderful to have you join me again. Welcome to our Friday chair yogis, our YWCA Hunter members, and all of our Encore ladies. So today's practice is we're going to do a seated Sun Salutation. So we'll start with a few just of the basic movements, and then we'll bring them together in a flow. If you may need a strap, or I quite often use a scarf if I don't have a strap handy, or even a towel, whatever you may need, or whatever you may have handy. So if you'd like to grab one of those before you start your practice, you may not need it. So it really all depends. Now, to start our practice, the most important thing is our alignment. So seating bones nice and steady in your chair, feet flat on the ground, your knees above your ankles, your knees about 2 5 apart. So just trying to keep them all in alignment, engaging that core, crown of the head to the ceiling, and dropping those shoulders. So let's just come back to our natural breath, just enjoying this space and this moment. Just come back and just becoming aware of our breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And just trying to extend that breath a little bit each time. On the inhale and on the exhale. Look, our palms facing, bring it down towards our sides, facing forward. And on the inhale, coming up overhead. And then on the exhale, coming into prayer. Inhale and exhale. And we'll do that 2 more times. If you can't come overhead, do whatever is comfortable for you. Remember, we don't want you to feel any pain or discomfort. Just coming back to your seated mountain pose at any stage. Come overhead again. Hands to prayer. And now we'll open up our arms wide, bringing our shoulder blades together, and then coming down to our sides on the exhale. Inhale, coming up overhead again, down into prayer, to our heart center. Inhale, bringing those shoulder blades together, bringing that chest out, and exhale, arms down by our sides. And 2 more of these. Inhaling, exhaling down into prayer, into heart center. Inhaling, opening up that chest and looking up to the ceiling if you can. Exhaling, arm down. 1 more of these. Inhaling overhead. Down into our heart center on the exhale. Inhale, open up that chest. Exhale, down. Just coming back into our seated mountain pose. And just relax for a couple of breaths here. Now with just trying to get our alignment back together, trying to take your back away from the back of that seat and really engaging that core. You may need to come forward a little bit, but just making sure that your stance is back to, our original position, feet really firmly onto the ground. So now on our inhale, we're going to bring our right knee up towards our chest, and on the exhale, we'll lower it down to the ground. Now we'll do it with the opposite leg. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. A couple more times on each leg, trying to keep the chest up, keeping that core nice and engaged. Inhale, exhale. Remembering slow, gentle movements in rhythm with our breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Now we'll start with the same movement with our knee coming up to our chest on the inhale. And now on the exhale, we'll extend that leg. Inhale back to our chest and exhale, releasing it to the ground. Inhale, bringing our knee to the chest. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Couple more on each side. Inhaling, exhaling, inhale, exhale. Inhale. Really extend that leg out. Push it away. Bringing it to the chest, keeping that core nice and engaged. Crown of the head to the ceiling. And remembering to don't forget to breathe. And one more. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And realigning into our seated mountain pose. And just taking a couple of breaths here. We're going to start with some forward folds. So to start with, bringing our arms up overhead. And on the exhale, hinging at the hips, keeping our backs nice and straight, gauging that core. And you may only come to this position on the exhale, or you may be able to come all the way to the ground. Now on the inhale, slowly coming up, and we're coming into a half lift. So it might be at this position, or you might need to hang on to the chair, whatever is correct for you, keeping that core nice and engaged, the back nice and flat. So I might show you that from the side. So our back's nice and flat. And then on the exhale, we come back down into our forward fold to wherever position is right for you. And now on the inhale, bringing our vertebrae one at a time. The overhead, and then on the exhale. So let's do a couple of those. So inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive down to our forward fold. Inhale to our half lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhaling, one vertebrae at a time. And then exhale. And let's just do one more of those. Inhaling overhead. Exhaling into our forward fold. Up into our half lift. Down into our forward fold. Then inhaling, one vertebrae at a time. So let's try and bring that sequence together. So we'll start with our arms overhead. We'll do our forward folds, our half lift, and then we'll be doing our knees to our chest and extending our legs, and then bringing it all together. And we'll do a couple of rounds of that. So let's make sure we're all nice and grounded. Got our posture all nice, engaging that core, relaxing those shoulders, crown of the head to the ceiling. Start with our palms facing forward, hands by our sides. Inhaling overhead. Exhale into that forward fold. Inhaling into our half lift. Exhaling down into our forward fold. And then on the inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale our knee to our chest. Exhale, extending that leg out. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, knee down to the ground. Our opposite knee to our chest. Exhale, extending it out really strong. Inhale, coming back to our chest, keeping that core nice and engaged. Exhale, down to the ground. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift if you need to hang on to the chair. Exhale, down into the forward fold. Inhale, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale. Inhale, our knee to our chest. Exhale, extending that leg out. Inhaling and then exhaling. Our opposite leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and then exhale. And just taking a breath before we go into another round. Arms down by the side, palms facing. Inhale overhead, swan dive. Inhale into our half lift. Exhaling into our forward fold. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale. Really extend that leg. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, lowering that leg. Opposite leg, knee to chest. Extending that heel, really pushing that out. Inhaling, knee to chest. Keeping that core nice and engaged. And exhale. And one more time. Exhale. Halfway lift. And then on the exhale, sinking into that forward fold. Inhale, bringing up one vertebrae at a time. Exhale into our seat. Inhaling, extending that leg all the way out. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and then exhale. We'll just take our arms overhead on the inhale, and then just slowly coming back to our hands for prayer, and then into our seated mountain pose. Hopefully now our bodies are much more warmed up. That Sun Salutation or Surya Namaskar is there to really heat up the body. So hopefully we feel a bit warmer now. Now we might grab our strap or your whatever works for you, or if you don't have a strap, as I said, a scarf or even a towel will work as well. So you may need this, you may not. So we're going to come out into, I'll do it with a strap, bringing your knee up placing the strap, and we're going to bring that out. Now, you may not need this, just really going to extend that leg out, or if you can do it without, and we're going to bring our arms overhead, really trying to keep that core nice and engaged, really pushing that heel out, dropping those shoulders, arms to the ceiling if you can. If not, just keep them down by your sides or hang on to your strap. Just really taking a couple of nice deep breaths here. Just really strong pose and extending that leg out, keeping that strap, or if you're using that around the balls of your foot, really pushing that heel out, keeping the core engaged, crown of the head to the ceiling, shoulders relaxed. Lots to remember, I know. It is a strong pose, this. And if you can, as I mentioned, trying this really strong pose, even stronger. One more breath. And now let's just release that. And take just a couple of breaths here, just to relax the body and come back to your natural breath. And we'll go over to the other side. So whatever works for you, so either the strap, no strap, or a scarf or towel, whatever works for you. So we're bringing our knee up to our chest, and then we're extending that leg out, pushing that heel, really pushing the pressure out. Now bringing our arms overhead, dropping those shoulders. Even want to push up to the ceiling, gauging that core. And try it really tight, gauging every muscle in the body here. Don't slump into this. Really try and engage the core, crown of the head up to the ceiling. Foot on the ground, just firmly planted in the ground, and your heel just pushing out. And one more breath here. And then just releasing that. And just taking a moment, coming back and allowing the body just to feel the effects of that pose, very strong pose. And now when we're ready, let's come with our arms overhead or to whatever's comfortable for you. And on the exhale, we're bringing our left hand over our right knee. And we're just going to do a twist with the body. So not just the head, trying to twist from the upper torso. And if you can, looking over your right shoulder. Keeping that core nice and engaged, crown of the head tall and up towards the ceiling. Just giving your body a nice twist here. On the inhale, really extending the crown of the head to the ceiling. And on the exhale, trying to twist a little bit deeper into this. And when you're ready, coming back to our seated mountain. And the arms overhead, we'll do the opposite side. So twisting to the opposite side. So right hand to over the side of the knee. You can actually have your arms down by your side or hanging onto the back of the chair, keeping that core nice and engaged, crown of the head to the ceiling. And just really twisting and pushing against that knee and that hand and allowing the body to twist. And if you can, looking over your left shoulder. Just taking a couple of deep breaths here. On the inhale, extending the crown of the head to the ceiling, keeping that core engaged. And on the exhale, just sinking into that twist a bit further. Inhale, exhaling, coming back to the center. Now, on the inhale, just do I'm going to show you on the side here. Just do like we were doing earlier, just a hinging at the hips, not thinking of rounding that back. It's just keeping that core nice engaged and just sinking at the hips here. Our hands are on our sides. Remember, our feet flat on the floor, knees above our ankles, and 2 fists apart of the knees. And we're just going to, on the inhale, just going to keep this up here. And another beautiful twist to our body. And if your arms, too much for your arms, just keep them there, down on the side, or hands on your hip, and just looking over that shoulder again. And releasing that pose, and we'll do it on the opposite side. So I'll just move around here. You can just do it as normal. So again, making sure our alignment's all correct and feet firmly on the ground, hinging at the hips and opening up to the opposite side, lifting that arm to wherever is right for you and comfortable for you. Looking over the left shoulder if you can. If not, just looking down on the ground, but just twisting that upper torso. Just a couple of more breaths here. And on the exhale, just coming back to our seated mountain pose and our original alignment. Just going to do a couple of cat cows before we finish. So remembering alignment, really important. And on the inhale, we extend the crown of the head to the ceiling. On the exhale, we're really going to round that back, tilt those hips, pelvic tilt. On the inhale, chest up to the ceiling, tilt the hips the opposite way, the pelvic tilt, really bringing those shoulder blades together. Exhale. Inhaling, bringing those shoulder blades together, chest up to the ceiling, and chin to the ceiling. And on the exhale. And a couple of more. When you're ready, coming back to our seated mountain pose, getting nice and comfortable in your chair. And just to close our practice, just going to take a couple of breaths and a couple of relaxation just to bring our body, and just to becoming aware of how it's feeling now after doing some wonderful things to it during our practice. Just coming back, becoming aware of that breath. Downcasting your eyes if you're comfortable with that, or closing them, whatever is right for you. Just become aware how you're feeling. Becoming aware of your breath as you inhale, smooth as silk, and exhaling, smooth as silk. Just do a quick body scan from the crown of the head all the way to the soles of the feet. And let's thank these wonderful bodies that allow us to do so many things. And when you're ready, if you'd like to open your eyes or bring your eyes up, and just take a couple of breaths here. Next. And bringing our hands, palms together, heart center. From my heart to yours, namaste. Enjoy your week and be kind to yourself.